You are all traveling by a bus. A bus is heading towards their destination. The passengers are all English learners. How exciting is this journey that a bus is heading towards a destination, and the destination is, of course, of English speaking fluency. Now the English learners are the passengers. They are asking different types of questions from their driver, who is of course a teacher, a tutor of English. Now what kind of questions they are asking? They are asking such type of questions that when will they reach their destination? Means when will they reach their fluency level? How much time they will get, and what kind of resources they have to take, what kind of routes they have to adopt to reach their destination. Now they are not only asking questions from their tutor, they are also asking these kind of questions from each other, from one another. Now they are asking questions that when will they reach their destination, how much time is left, how much time is left, will they reach within a short span of time, or will they reach within a long span of time. These are the questions which they are asking from, not only from the driver, from one another. Now tell me, dear audience, if your destination is material, a house, a home, a hotel, or a destination is a mountain, you will reach within a specific amount of time. But English learners who are traveling in the bus have the different capability and ability. They will give different time to their speaking skills. Some will give large amount of time to English learning skills. Some will give short amount of time to their English learning skills. Someone don't have the time to learn English at all. Now these are three categories. How can you say that all the English learners will reach their destination, their fluency level at the same time? It is not possible. Because what is fluency? Fluency means speaking and thinking at the same time. But what is the tragedy of non-native speakers? That first they think in their native language, then they translate into English, and after they speak in English. Now there is a gap between speaking and thinking. You have to fulfill this gap. And how can you fulfill this gap? You can fulfill this gap by practice. First of all, you have to practice by yourself. How can you practice by yourself? You have to listen a lot. You have to consume a lot English. Because what you are going to speak, there should be enough storage in your mind. When your brain is empty, how can it produce sentences in English language? First you have to fill this software. First you have to fill this mind, so that it can produce specific sentences to fulfill your purpose. Now it is a harsh reality that language comes with experience and with exposure. These two things are required. Now tell me, and you have to ask by yourself, how much experience you are getting with the English language, how much exposure you are having with English language. By exposure and by experiencing is means that how much listening you are doing, how much reading you are doing at daily level, at daily basis. Are you reading a lot? Are you listening a lot? If you are not listening a lot, if you are not reading a lot, how can you say that you are experiencing language, you are practicing language? If you are not practicing language at all, if you practice only language when time requires, when you are in your interview room, then you speak in English. When you are in your examination center, you write in English. When you are supposed to listen, you are forcefully, by compulsion you speak. When you speak by compulsion, when you speak by compulsion in your examination center, how can you say that you can speak English fluently? You are not practicing by your own desire. You are not practicing on the daily basis. You practice only when the need requires. So this is not the good thing. You can't be fluent in English. And second thing is that there are so many negative emotions, there are so many negative thinkings running across in your mind. You are relying on the external factors. You are asking questions from your teacher, you are asking questions from other candidates. You are not relying on your internal factors. What is internal factors? Your own condition, your own situation. How much time you can dedicate to English language, how many resources you can apply, how many English app you have utilized. All these questions. Have you made your study plan? Are you consistent with your routine? All these questions you have to ask yourself. First, you have to ask these questions of yourself, then you will have this answer. When will I start speaking in English? If you are dedicating large amount of time, if you are applying many resources, if you are dedicated and consistent enough, if you are practicing on daily basis, very soon you will be fluent in English. If you are not doing anything out of these things, but you are only asking question, when will I start speaking English, when will I start speaking English, how my time is left, how many months are required to speak in English, these are all futile questions. These are all futile questions. First, you have to put your effort. If you are not doing any effort, but you are only asking these type of questions, you cannot be fluent in English. Some of the English learners, they are so passionate, they are so devoted that they join online classes, they join physical classes, they pay heavy fees, and they have large bundles of notes to speak in English, and with that they think that they will be fluent in English. Sorry to say that you are depending on the teachers, you are depending on the tutors, you are depending on the notes, you are depending on the classes, but the real thing is missing, and that is self-learning. You have to rely on your own learning routine. You have to see your own potential. You have to be motivated by your own self. You have to be consistent, whether it is noon, whether it is morning, whether it is a rainy day, whether it is a cloudy day, whether you are happy, whether you are sad, whether you are exhausted, whether you are energetic, whether you don't want to do, whether you are willing to do. In each and every condition, you have to be consistent. This is the key if you want to be fluent in English. If you are sad, you have to speak in English. If you are happy, you have to speak in English about your happy mood. If you are willing to speak in English, you have to speak in English. If you are not willing to speak in English, but you have to speak in English. This is the condition, this is the requirement, this is the dedication. You have to burn your midnight oil, only then you will be a fluent in English. Don't say that when I will be fluent in English, ma'am. Will I require 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? No, not at all. These questions are not. You have to experience, and with experience, I think that you have to experiment. You have to do your experiments. Do different kinds of experiments, because if reading is suitable for one person, that not be suitable for other person. If you do not enjoy listening, do your writing skills, you do your reading skills. If you do not enjoy your reading things, you have to listen a lot. Experiment different kinds of things. And the most important thing is that you have to depend on sink and swim theory. Sink and swim theory. And what is this sink and swim theory? Sink and swim theory is that you have to put yourself, you have to push yourself in that situation where English is mandatory, where you have to utilize the opportunity. Don't miss that opportunity. Either you will come up as a swimmer, either you will sink. When you will sink, When you will not find any kind of words, then you will see that where is my weakness, and then only then you will focus on your weakness. Only then you will be a victorious person as a swimmer, and you will see how to swim in that water, how to come victorious out of that bad situation, out of that bad condition. So, sink at the swim is the best theory for all English learners. You have to apply this theory in your language. In fact, if you are playing hide and seek with English, English will play hide and seek with you. What does this mean? If you are only wasting your time by asking questions, if you are not putting your hard work and effort and consistency and practice and dedication, experience and exposure to this language, the language will betray you. English will not come to you, come to your head, come to assist you and to help you. Certainly, then you will feel that I am feeling nervous, I am feeling shy, I am feeling afraid, words are not coming to my mind, my mind goes blank. All these things will be your problem, will be your dilemma. So what is the requirement of today? What is the requirement of today? Stop asking questions. Do your implementation. Do implementation if you really want to be successful person. If you think that you remain only a person who asks the question throughout his life, are you a person who wants to do and who wants to be a successful person? Now let me know in the comment section. These are two groups, and with home group, or what is the specific group with whom you want to associate yourself, with successful person or with those persons who only ask questions. Certainly you will say that I will be a successful fluent person. Then you have to pay your contribution. First pay your contribution, then demand. If you are not paying contribution and only demanding by asking questions, justify, please justify. By asking only questions from different tutors, the same question, will you be fluent in English? No, you will not be fluent in English. You have to make an action plan. You have to study. You have to make your study plan. Play, consistent, exposure, experience, practice a lot. Only then you will be fluent in English. Apply all resources. Utilize all resources. And utilize all resources according to your own capability and ability, so that you will be a fluent person. If this video is informative you, only then you should like and subscribe this channel and hit that bell icon, because it motivates me to make more videos. So till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.